Hi and welcome to Full Time, a show brought to you by Polymarket, the very first episode, the inaugural episode. And it is brought to you by me, JFTV Luca, and today I'm joined with my friend Matthew. How are you doing, Matthew?
Hello guys, feeling good. Well, somewhat good, not so much about the results, but
Italy, specifically.
feeling good to be here, but results-wise,
Not so good, bro.
it's not good.
Well, thanks for coming on. Today,
No worries.
guys, as you can tell by the pessimistic start, we'll be discussing the FIFA World Cup qualifiers where, unfortunately, our nation, Italy, didn't make it past Bosnia. And we will not be going to the World Cup in 2026 for the third time in a row.
For the third time.
Matthew, I think we'll start on the actual game itself rather than the whole situation of Italian football.
Yeah.
But what did you make of the game? What did you make of the 90?
I watched the whole 90 minutes and it was tough to watch. I'll be real, it was tough to watch. I think there were 2 or 3 chances where we could put the game to bed, but overall, Bosnia had us on the front foot.
Rope. Yeah, I agree with you. I think even, correct me if you think differently, but up until the red card, even though we went 1-0 up, it was a gift from the keeper's mistake, right? They were still the better team. They were putting a lot of pressure on us. They created a lot of chances. Donnarumma kept us in a few of those with some good saves, but the pressure was mounting.
It was a colpa di fortuna, Luca.
It was luck.
It was luck, the goal.
Yeah, I agree. It was a big error from the keeper.
It was a big error, yeah, but that's all we had going into the game. It should have been a walk in the park.
Do you think the preparation comes down to more Gattuso, the players, like, as in, would you have changed anything in the starting 11?
I would have changed a few things, but it can't be based down to Gattuso's lineup and how he played. It's a combination of factors. You know, not just the players, not just the manager, the federation, just the culture and the energy around the national team. It's been like that for the last few years. I think.
Very toxic.
It's very toxic. It's very tense. You know, a lot of pressure in the changing room. And last night they definitely felt the pressure. And it's just sad. It burns in my heart.
It does. It's really frustrating because I think Gattuso did approach it quite wrong. I think because, and it comes down to...
He didn't approach it perfectly, that's for sure.
He didn't, because it comes down to the common denominator that I think is the biggest issue in Italian football, is the lack of trust when it comes to young players.
Yep.
We see a lot in the Serie A where young players barely get the chance to play, are struggling to even get into first teams, you know. We've maybe seen in the last few years some sort of changes, like Yildiz with Juventus, Vergara this season with Napoli. But in general, the Italian mindset is trust the older players. That's why a lot of old finished players come from other leagues to the Serie A. And the fact that we're putting those ahead of the young players is a problem, and it has a knock-on effect to the national team. I'm looking at the situation, I'm thinking, Palestra should be starting. Politano, I know he plays for your team. For reference, guys, he's a Napoli fan, Matthew.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, Politano shouldn't have started that game. I didn't think he played well against Northern Ireland. You saw Palestra, when he came on, he was the best player on the pitch for us. Yeah. He brought urgency, he brought some drive, he could beat his man.
Palestra was fantastic.
He was fantastic.
He should have started.
And then you look at guys like Pio Esposito, okay, he missed the penalty, he had a good game against Northern Ireland. I think he should have started over Otegui as well.
Yeah.
So I think this sort of, and even the subs, like bringing on Cristante, not Pizzilli, a more technically gifted midfielder, a guy that can create chances from nothing.
Yeah.
It stems down to the same problems, which is the lack of belief in young players. And that's why I think Gattuso approached it wrong. But let's be honest, the game couldn't have started any better. Yes, it was a stroke of luck with the Moise Kean goal, because it came from a keeper mistake. But it was the perfect start, Matthew. We went 1-0 up, 13, 14 minutes into the game. We thought, hold on a minute, this could be our time.
And then suddenly Bastoni made a mistake.
Red card. What do you think of that? Like, let me ask you this, right? I have my strong opinion on this, but do you think he made the correct decision, taking him out, preventing potentially a goal-scoring opportunity getting sent off, or do you let him go in? You let him go in on goal?
I'd let him go. Like, I would definitely go to run to the ball, but I wouldn't make that tackle that early in the game.
I agree.
30 minutes into the game, you know, you're professionally been to 2 Champions League finals.
Yeah.
Won the league multiple times with Inter.
Yeah.
You're an experienced player.
It's a big mistake.
It was a bit rush. I could see in his face, Bastoni's face.
He regretted it.
That he regretted it. You know, I like Bastoni as a centre-back. I think he's one of the best centre-backs in the world, but that was a rush mistake, and unfortunately we had to pay for it.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think in that moment, like you said, it was like in the 40th minute, I believe, you got a whole second half to play. Even if he scores, it's 1-1, but it's 11 against 11. The game's still on. You're still in it. You go down to 10 men for 45 minutes. In the second half, we were on the back foot for all of it. You know they're going to create pressure. You know they're going to create more chances. You know it's going to be a mountain to climb. I would have definitely rather the guy... It wasn't even a guaranteed goal, by the way, because the angle which he was running in, it was a tight angle. You got Gigi in goal to beat.
You got Gigi in goal, yeah.
Come on, man. And he's not guaranteed to score. So I think in that moment, that's what separates top-level defenders. And the ability to like calculate, okay, hold on a minute. It's minute 40. There's still another half to play. This is the angle. We got Donnarumma in goal. A top-level defender, in my opinion, like a Chiellini, he wouldn't have done that in that moment. And Bastoni, the thing is, he's not... How old is Bastoni? Like 26 maybe? 27?
I think he's approaching his 30s.
Yeah, like he's
quite experienced. He's in his prime.
And like you said, he's won 2 Serie A titles. He's won the Coppa Italia. He's been to 2 Champions League finals. He's even been part of the Euros winning squad with Italy 4 years ago. You can't make a mistake like that.
No.
You're putting the nation backwards. Let's be honest. He's going to be the villain now in Italy. Let me ask you this. Can he bounce back from this? Because we saw it with Beckham in 98. Do you remember? He got sent off. Yeah. He was booed everywhere he went. Cristiano Ronaldo in 2006 when he got Rooney sent off. He was booed everywhere. And these players have personality. They were able to bounce back.
It's actually interesting to see what's going to happen to him because obviously he had the incident against Juventus.
Yep, the diving incident.
For the diving. Yep. Now he had this. It's going to be tough emotionally for him, psychologically. I think...
do you think he has the mentality to be able to bounce back and deal with this?
For sure, yeah.
You do?
He's a professional footballer. He's very professional, Bastoni. I think he will bounce back, but it's going to take some time. I think he's going to get a lot of stick from Italians in general. I already know some people are quite upset with him, but you can't just be upset with Bastoni because before this, it was all the other games. We shouldn't be in the
we shouldn't be in the situation.
We shouldn't be in the situation.
Yeah,
it's not Bastoni's fault. At the end of the day, even before Bastoni got sent off, the team wasn't playing the best.
Yeah,
we had that one chance with Keane. Was gifted us with the goal.
Yeah, we didn't create anything before that.
We didn't create anything.
But the thing is, I agree with you in the sense that you can't put the sole blame on Bastoni, but a lot of the blame will go on to him.
It will.
Because his red card changed everything. Yeah. And I think 11 against 11, look, of course we're going on hypotheticals, but I think we would have won that. I think we'd be...
No, definitely. It should have been a walk in the park, Luca.
It should have been, but it's just the same situation time and time again. It's deja vu. 2018, we lose to Sweden. 2022, after winning the Euros, not even a year before that, we lose to North Macedonia.
Yeah, it's like we have to pay. It's like we have to pay for winning the Euros now.
It feels like the only way we can get to the World Cup is if we host it.
Is we host it, yeah.
And
please, Italy, please, Mattarella, please, next year, please apply for the World Cup.
Where's Portugal and Spain and Morocco, bro? We don't have that. We don't have 2034. That's Saudi Arabia.
For the next one, please.
So the one, 2038?
I think, how old will we be if we go to the World Cup?
Which one? 2030?
If Italy hosts the World Cup.
What, in 2038?
Yeah.
If Italy were to host the 2038 World Cup, I would be 34.
So I'll be 33. I'll have to wait until 33 to see Italy go back to the World Cup.
Hopefully not. But this is the thing, guys. Like, I'm 22 now, so I was 10 the last time we were at the 2014 World Cup.
I was 9 years old.
And there's a whole generation of young Italians that have never seen it.
I've never seen it.
They don't know what a World Cup is. And this, guys, has a knock-on effect because now if you're a, 9, 10-year-old, you're not seeing Italy on the world stage.
No.
That's why they turn to other sports. Tennis, Sinner's doing very well. Berrettini's doing well. There's a guy in Formula 1, I think, that drives for Mercedes.
Kimi Antonelli, yeah. He's very talented.
So these Italians are doing well in other sports, and that's great for them. Even rugby. We're playing well at rugby. We're doing good in everything.
How is it possible? But football, the main sport.
The main sport, we're bad at.
Suddenly
I saw baseball. You see the baseball? We're doing well in
baseball. Yeah, in America.
Baseball, we got a cricket team now. We got everything.
We got every team now.
Apart from football. And we're falling behind and behind and behind. And I think it's been coming. It's been mounting. It's been like this for the last 15 years. And I don't know if you read about the Baggio files, where Baggio in 2011, do you know about this story?
Which story? No.
So Baggio in 2011, he was appointed as a technical director, I think, for scouting for the national team. Right?
Oh, okay.
This was was around the period of the South African World Cup in 2010, right?
Yeah.
And in 2011, I think December, late 2011, he presented to the Federazione a plan to fix Italian football, how to bring Italian football back to a competitive state, because we got booted out in the group stage in 2010, one of the worst World Cup title reigns ever. Yeah. There's obviously the World Cup curse for any winner, but that was awful. And it was like 900 pages long. It was a manifesto. It was like a dissertation, 900 pages, how to fix it. And it stemmed from like academy structure, scouting, tactics. There was so much going into it. And 20 minutes in, they just wiped it off. They told him, we're not interested. And
just like that.
Yeah, just like that. They shut him down completely. He felt very disrespected.
What was the reason?
He didn't really go into it. He just said they rejected it.
They
didn't want to listen. And in 2013, I think he resigned. And since then, 2014, we got grouped. 2018, not qualified. 2022, not qualified. 2026, not qualified.
And since then, it's been going downhill.
But there was that purple patch in the Euros 2021 that we won with Mancini. But that was thanks to Mancini.
We had a good team.
We had a good team. But I think it stems... I want to know what you think about it as well, but I think it stems from the top. Like Gravina, the president, to the youth systems, to the Serie A. They're all intertwined. And it's not just the national team that's behind, it's the league. The Serie A is behind, let's be honest. If you look at the top leagues in the world.
No, this year we've definitely seen it.
We can't compete.
We've seen it for our own eyes. Serie A this year has been disappointing.
So
you said,
what would you change? What would be like, let's say you have the power, you're the president of the federation now, Gravina's gone.
Yeah.
What would be the steps that you would look to implement to fix the situation?
In this situation, you have to look at the youngsters now because that's where the investment has to go, in the youngsters. Not just in the federation, but the culture in Italy as well. If you're back at home looking, listening, start to pick up a ball, start kicking it on the beach, in the streets, wherever. Because we need more talented football players. More now than ever, because it's getting to a state where we can't even qualify for the World Cup.
No,
it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. And I think talent as well. I think Italian football sort of doesn't allow the talents to flourish.
It doesn't allow to develop the talent.
And a big problem is because in the academy system, a lot of it is based on nepotism, who you know, how much you pay.
That's very true.
Unacceptable.
That's very true.
In England, if you look at Chelsea's academy, it's, for example, right, a good academy, it's only based on talent. If you're good enough, you play. It doesn't matter if you pay money. It doesn't matter who you know. It's based on talent and ability.
It's more professional, Luca.
It's a lot more professional. And Italy, unfortunately, is so behind. And this is what Baggio was trying to outline 15 years ago. And nothing's changed. And we're talking about the same things. And nothing will change unless there are radical changes to the youth development, to the Serie A even. Which
but it
then
will
has
take
a
time.
knock-on effect.
It's going to take time to change its culture.
But let me ask you this as well, because I believe, right, people always say we don't have the talent in Italy, which I think is unfair. Because if you look at recent history, we've had under 17s, I believe, win the Euros. Under 19s win the Euros.
We do have talent. We do have talent,
It's
Luca.
the lack of trust.
It's the lack of trust. Not just the national team, but the Serie A as well, like you said.
Yeah.
Because we have the culture of playing old players. If you look at the league, most teams they have the oldest. The
average age is very high. You're right.
In
I think
all of
Inter's
Europe
was 32 or 33 last year.
Yeah. Napoli's is very high this year, but still, putting faith into these young players is the best way to go. And that's one way you can look at it. We do have some good players now, but Palestra had a great game last night.
But then even
Esposito, fantastic.
But then let me ask you this though. Players like Ahano, who's having a great season with Atalanta, he's in the under-21s. Players like Coyote, who's having a brilliant season for Brentford.
These guys are not getting called up.
I think it's crazy that these guys aren't being called up.
I don't want to say it's finished now, the Serie A, but for young players, I would look to go in abroad, to go and play abroad, to get good game time, to get more professional, more competitive. More it's a different style of play outside Serie A, because don't forget, Serie A is a very particular type of football. It's very defensive minded. It's very tactical, not compared to the Premier League, not compared to La Liga. It's
a different style. You're right.
It's a very different style, and some players they flourish in the Serie A, some they don't, and.
But this needs to change because we can't afford for them to leave.
I know. This has to change. This has to change, unfortunately.
We need these young players to be able to grow and develop in the Serie A, to be, especially Italians, because Italians barely ever venture outside of Italy. And a young Italian, if they don't play in Italy, where do they play? They have to play in Italy, and we have to help them nurture and grow. And I think Germany, France, and Spain are very good at doing so.
Yeah.
I think the young Spanish players in Spain are platformed really well, same as the young Germans and the young French players, which you can make the case they're more talented, fine, whatever, but they're platformed to be able to showcase their talent, and that's how they develop. In England, there's a mixture of both, where young players play, but also they have the funds and the resources to be able to sign.
But even English players, they go abroad.
They do.
I think it's a culture. Look, I think it's a culture. Because Italians, we love our country. And a lot of people, they want to stay in Italy. If you think about players that go abroad and come back because they're homesick, Italy is a very particular country.
So you're saying it's deeper than just football?
It's deeper than football. Trust me, it's a combination of things. It's deeper than football. It's looking at Italy as a country, the food, the people, staying at home. If you look at how long people stay in their houses in Italy with their parents.
No, it's true.
It's true. They stay in with their parents for a long time.
But this should be a good thing then, because we should be able to keep the young players and keep these players in Italy and help them grow. But the problem is
the football, Luca.
The problem is, that they don't give the chance.
They don't give the chance. They say that, but they don't give the chance.
So it's pointless then. It's true.
Exactly, yeah.
And I saw a guy say this yesterday, right? That there should be a rule in the Serie A where every team should field at least like 4 Italian players, right? And have a rule where they should always be able to field like a certain amount of under 21 players, whether that be on the bench or in the squad, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, logistically speaking, this is not like a reasonable thing. Like you can't really enforce it on all 20 Serie A teams.
They would definitely benefit us.
You think it would help though?
It would
something like that.
Yeah, something like that would benefit us.
Because how else are they going to play if you don't enforce it?
Yeah, it will push the youngsters to become more professional, become more competitive, get good game time in the Serie A.
But it's a problem, bro, because if the Serie A teams can't see it for themselves and we have to say we need a rule to force them to be able to see the bigger picture, that's worrying. That's really worrying.
There needs to be a big investigation, Luca. A big investigation.
Well, where do we go from here, man? That's the real question.
Yeah, why don't we touch on last night's game and maybe how we should have played?
Okay. What would your starting 11 have been then?
Look, some people saying 4 at the back, 5 at the back. Because of the players that we have, right back, left back. But 5 at the back seem to be more realistic because we have Di Marco and Bastoni, who argue our best defenders, and they are used to playing.
So you would have kept 5 at the back?
Yeah, but I would have started Palestra for sure.
So Palestra on the right. Would you have started Bastoni or would you have played Gatti central centre back?
No, I'd still start. I still would have started Bastoni.
You would have kept Bastoni.
And Mancini's had a very good season, so
leave Mancini.
Leave Mancini. Yeah, he's had a great season at Roma. And then who else did we play?
We played Tonali, Barella, Locatelli, midfield 3.
That was fine.
Would you have started Retegui or Pio Esposito?
With the form he's been having, Pio Esposito. Sure.
So you would have changed Palestra and Esposito in the starting 11.
Yeah.
And let me ask you about the subs now, because I think the man, this is the thing with Gattuso, right? I'm not going to put solely the blame on him because there's a whole culmination of things. But I think his inability to read substitutions is poor. It's very poor.
That's true.
I think subbing off Locatelli in that moment for Cristante was a poor decision. Bringing on Frattesi and not Pizzilli, poor decision. I even think taking off Keane for Esposito when you're down to 10 is poor, because Esposito is a guy that's physical. He's a guy that can hold up play. Keane can do that because of his physical stature, but Keane is a lot faster as well. He stretches defense as well.
Yeah,
and if you remember in the second half, Keane had that one-on-one chance created from Keane.
Exactly, yeah.
Had he put that away, it would have been a different story. We would have been through.
You would see me smiling right now.
Yeah, literally. We wouldn't be in this situation again.
So
but
Keane...
I would have kept Keane on.
Yeah, Keane, I think he could have done a few more minutes.
If it was a question of fatigue. But I don't know, he didn't look too tired.
He's had a few injuries this season. I don't know, maybe it was that.
If it is fatigue,
he looked okay.
He looked fine. But if it was fatigue, I understand it. But if it was from a tactical point of view where he thought Esposito is more suited to this game than Keane, that's where I disagree. Even Di Marco, he left him on for 90 minutes.
Yeah, no. Di Marco was struggling.
Every time their wide players, I don't remember their names, right? But every time their wide players pointed Politano, and specifically Di Marco, they beat him every time. And the fact that they allowed them to cross it continuously, not get tight, not block crosses, shows how poor they are defensively. Di Marco, right? I look at Di Marco and I think, offensively, that's where his best traits lie. Right? He's got 14 assists in the league for Inter.
He is one of the best offensive
wing-backs in the world.
Yeah.
But in these 2 games, he offered nothing offensively. He was poor against Northern Ireland.
We haven't been utilising him enough.
But I just don't think he's at the level. I think he doesn't have the personality. This is the thing, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of these guys don't have the personality to turn up when it matters, when the World Cup is on the line. They don't have the balls. They don't have the fight, the hunger, the guile to do so. And Dimarco was offering nothing defensively. The goal came from him, by the way. That cross, the guy beat him.
Yeah.
That goal came from Dimarco. Yeah. Why did he not get hooked earlier? How did Gattuso let him play 90 minutes and not bring Spina on earlier? It's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough. And let's look at this national team, right? The heart of it is Inter players. You got Bastoni, Barella, Dimarco, Gravina, the president. Yeah, Esposito. Gravina's an Inter fan as well. But let's look at those guys, 4 guys. Esposito let off the hook because he's young. Okay? Dimarco, Barella, Bastoni. These are veterans in the Italian game right now.
Yeah.
They're some of the best, they're supposedly some of the best in the world in their position.
But they've not been turning up.
They don't have personality. They don't.
They don't have leadership personality.
Yeah, you're right. They're not leaders. You can't look
I don't see the aggression on the pitch and the fiery in their eyes, you know?
And I always say this, right? And you might not like this point, and a lot of people might get annoyed about it. But whenever Juventus players are the heart of the national team succeeds. 1982 World Cup, 6 Juventus players. 2006 World Cup, 5 Juventus players. 2021 Euros, 4 Juventus players at the heart.
I guess, yeah. But at that point in time, Juventus were winning the league. They were better.
I know, but I think there's a clear correlation with Juventus struggling and Italy struggling. When Juventus are on top and the top level players who have personality, who are actually top level footballers are at Juventus, the national team succeeds. The top level players are now at Inter.
But Juventus have been doing well since, 5-6 years ago?
No, we've struggled, bro. We haven't won the league.
Since 6 years ago?
Yeah, 2020 was the last time we won the league,
2020, yeah. But before, Italy has been struggling a lot more before that.
No, that's true. But 2021 Euros.
Yeah.
2021 Euros we won, and there was Chiellini, Bonucci, Chiesa. There were some important Juventus players.
You think we should let Juventus win the league?
No, I think when Juventus are on top of Italian football football benefits.
Okay, we'll see.
And this is the truth, man.
Juventus, we have to wait until Juventus get better.
Get back. When we get back
in this area, it's going to take some while, guys.
Okay. We'll be back sooner. When we are, Italian football will be better. But it's just the Azzurri benefit when Juventus are on top, bro.
It's a statistical correlation.
There is a clear correlation, 100%. And let me ask you this, right? This is the last thing I want to talk about in Italy because honestly, I've had enough of this, right? It's doing my head in.
Yeah, I know.
This is just too depressing.
It's killing me, man.
It's killing us, right? But this is another thing that I have an issue with. Dimarco, right? As an example, I would say he's our most creative player. Would you agree?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. And he's a wing back. We have no creative forwards. When you look at some other nations, bro, Spain,
of course,
Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Pedri in the midfield, England, Cole Palmer, Jude Bellingham, Saka, when he's on it. These guys here, I don't know, France, bro, Mbappe, Elise, Cherki. They have so much talent in the final third.
There is definitely...
We have nothing.
Mancanza di talento, Luca. There's missing talent.
We have nothing.
We have no offensive world-class players.
No, we don't. And this is a problem, bro, because when systems are important in football, but talent is, in whatever it may be, professional sport, five-a-side, whatever you know, when games are tight, you get the ball to the best player. And he'll work.
You just hope for them to do the magic.
You give the ball to
But looking back at it now, like on the teams that we had before, we used to make fun out of the players that we had, 5-10 years ago. But looking back at it, I would take them back. No, Insigne, Berardi.
Yeah.
Who else we had at the Euros?
Euros 2021 with
Chiesa, we had Immobile. Looking back now, I would take those players.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
You're right. Instead of the players we have now.
I remember this quite well actually. We used to criticize Insigne quite a lot when it came to the national team.
Insigne was class, man.
And Insigne,
he delivered. For Napoli for the national
team. Scored against Belgium in that Euros.
Insigne, definitely a very underrated player.
You're right. And that drop-off is huge. And
don't forget the Tiragiro
against Belgium, I remember. Oh my God. And when you don't have those kind of players that can bail you out of situations, like yesterday, bro. Yesterday was calling for a bit of individual brilliance. And we saw that from Palestra, who's 20. He plays for Cagliari.
Yeah.
And he was on the bench.
He was on the bench. Can you believe he was on the bench? I don't believe it.
It's bizarre, bro. It's a problem.
He's had a fantastic year for Cagliari. I don't see why Gattuso, he doesn't see this. Why?
I don't know, man. I think
Politano, man, he's having a stressful season at Napoli. He's having to play wing back on the right.
On the left even.
I'm not saying Politano's he's not a bad player, because he's done great for his career. He's got a great...
No, you're right. He's a veteran.
He's a veteran.
But that comes down to the problem. I think Gattuso
having to play these veteran players.
Yeah.
Why? Why do we have to play these veteran players?
That's my problem as well, bro. I don't know.
Palestra should have started.
Look, man, that's Italy done. We'll close that chapter there because Italy, we're finished. Another team I want to touch upon quickly are Turkey. Yeah. Turkey did go through. They won 1-0.
Turkey is looking optimistic.
They're looking very promising. Let me read out their group real quick. So, where are they? Turkey are Group D, okay? Yep. They got the host nation in the United States, who I don't know how much you've watched them recently, but they've been super disappointing. I think they lost 5-2, 6-2 to Belgium the other day, and that is a poor Belgium team way past their best. So you got the USA, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. You see them top in that group.
Yep, no problem for Turkey.
You think pretty simple, pretty comfortable?
They have a good team this year. Yildiz, Guler, Selek, he's had a great season for Roma. I don't see them having any problems in that group. They should top it.
Well, right now, they got a 39% probability on the charts to top that group. It's tied with the USA, but I agree with
the
you.
USA.
It is, but I agree with you. I think Turkey right now, they're looking like they are the strongest team in that group. And I think this is the thing. It's mental to think that Turkey have two match winners in Güler and Kenan.
Yeah.
Italy don't. Like those two guys there.
That's what we need.
It's a golden generation.
That's what we need. We need 2 or 3 players like that
to bail you out. But let me ask you this, right? Do you see? I'm a big fan of Kenan Yildiz, of course.
I know,
naturally.
Luca.
That's my friend. I like
Everyone knows.
Brilliant footballer. The whole world knows.
We know.
Do you think him and Güler could be the difference makers in taking Turkey potentially to a late stage, maybe a quarterfinals even
absolutely.
Of this World Cup?
I think they definitely have the talent to go maybe to the quarters or
round
even
of 16. Yeah,
definitely round of 16. I think it should be. They should be up there this year. They definitely have the talent. The only thing I would worry about is if one of the two of them get injured, or something like that happens, something drastic, or even if the USA turn up. No, but Turkey, they're looking very promising.
Turkey look very strong, man. They look very strong. They look very
I think
convincing.
Yildiz and Guler can definitely carry them to get a good result. Stage.
Yeah,
this World Cup.
Definitely. Yeah. I think also looking at some of these other groups, just going over them quickly, right? Some quick predictions. Yeah. Group A, Mexico, South Africa, which will be the first game. The first game, which is actually, funnily enough, the first game of the 2010 World Cup.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Fun fact.
The one that we were in, Luca.
Yeah, the one we were in.
Don't forget.
Seems so long ago. I was 6 years old.
Oh, my God.
There's also South Korea and Czech Republic. So, decent group there. Mm-hmm. Group B, we got Canada, Bosnia. This is the group we should have been in.
Yep.
Qatar and Switzerland.
Oh, my God.
Yeah?
Oh, my God. We would have...
Do you think we would have gotten out that group? Like, the way we're playing?
No, look.
Are you confident we would have gotten out?
Because I'm very optimistic, I would say yes, of course. We should.
Yeah. But realistically,
we should. But realistically, we lost to Switzerland in the the Euros.
Yeah,
2-0, and we played awfully.
We played awful. Yeah,
and I would agree our team was bad back then.
I agree with you. So looking at this group, right? Canada, who are host nation, they're gonna have the country behind them, home.
Yeah.
Then
home crowd.
Let's say Bosnia didn't make it, so it's us. Qatar, which you should win, but even then, Qatar, you never know, right?
You never know.
And Switzerland. I think we genuinely would have finished like third in that. I think Canada and Switzerland would have gone through.
No, I think we would have came second.
You think we would have gone through?
We would have just gone through, I think.
Okay, all right.
I wouldn't put it that far to say that we wouldn't have qualified, but it would have been a poor qualification.
Yeah. Group C, I'm a fan of. I like Group C.
Oh, yeah.
Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Now,
this one is going to be a very watched.
This is going to be a good
watched group.
Because Scotland, we know the fans are crazy. They travel in numbers. So they're going to create a very good atmosphere.
In the USA.
Yeah, they're even like, guys, I can't stress this enough because I went to Euros 2024. The amount of Scottish fans I saw that didn't even have a ticket, they were just out there for support.
No, they're very patriotic.
Very.
Scottish.
So Scotland, McTominay as well.
And McTominay as well.
They got some good players.
They have a good chance. They have a difficult group, but
they do. But maybe
they have a good chance.
Second place, maybe third.
Yeah.
Morocco, of course, losing in the AFCON final, but still a good team. We know Brahim Diaz, Hakimi, El Nesri. They got some good players. So Morocco
they have
definitely
a good chance as well.
And they got good support. And Brazil. Now, I want to ask you a bit about Brazil.
Yes.
Because Brazil and Italy, they remind me a lot of each other. Brazil are in a much better place, but in the sense that when you look at the three most dominant nations in football history, it's Brazil, Italy, Germany.
Yes.
Right? All three of those have fallen off big time. Look at Germany. They haven't gotten out the groups in the last 2 World Cups. You look at Brazil. If they get a quarter-final place, they're happy. Once upon a time, if Brazil didn't win the World Cup, it was a disaster. They couldn't go more than 2 World Cups without winning, right?
Yeah, of course.
Italy, of course, we've unfortunately fallen
off on another level.
Yeah. Us, we're not comparable. But Brazil, right? First question. Can you see Brazil potentially winning this? Like, would you put them in the top 3-4 favourites, Brazil?
Yes.
You would?
I would, yeah, probably with Spain and France.
So you got them up there over England as well. You think they have a better chance than England?
I think now that they have Ancelotti, they have a better chance.
Okay.
I think they're playing okay with Ancelotti. I think they definitely have the talent to go all the way to the final. I don't know if they're going to win it, because it's very competitive now with the top nations.
There's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of good teams.
It's difficult to say because, every World Cup, every Euros, teams, they turn up, they don't turn up. It's 2 years. It's a long time since they play competitively like that.
Yeah, it is.
So, anything can happen. A change of 1 or 2 players can completely change the team. Change of a manager, the energy of the players, it's a lot of combination of factors.
I want to ask you about one specific individual. I think you know who I'm alluding to. There's a lot of talk around him. Will he go? Will he not go? Because he didn't go to the friendlies. Do you think Neymar should be called up? And do you think he will be called up?
I talked to quite a few Brazilians about this.
Okay.
And
what are their thoughts?
No, they definitely want him to go. And I think they know that he's going to go.
They're pretty confident.
They're pretty confident that he's going to go because they believe that he's like a god to Brazil, He can, if he's playing, 20% of his ability, it's still better than most players. It still makes a lot of difference, which I agree, I think Neymar, he's still got it, he's not completely fallen off a cliff, but...
So you would bring him?
I would bring him, yeah, I would definitely bring him.
I agree.
I don't know if he'll be utilised as much starting the games and all of that. I definitely would put the pressure or the stress on him to play 90 minutes of a game.
Because of his fitness.
Yeah, because of his fitness. But I think he should be called up. He should be called up.
I agree. I think with Neymar as well, what's so interesting is,
one last dance.
It's his final ever World Cup. Yeah. So out of respect for the man, for what he's achieved in his career, he's Brazil's all-time top scorer, top assister. You have to call him up. You can't leave him at home, even if he's not fully fit. You can't tell me.
He's a respectable guy.
He is. But you can't tell me as well that there are all these better players in front of him in the pecking order. You can't. Because even if we look at Brazil's attack, right? Vini, brilliant player. Rodrigo's now injured, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Cunha, they got Igor Thiago, who's doing well. They got Joao Pedro, who's doing well. Endrick, who's doing well. Estevao, the young star.
Alisson Santos.
Rafinha. They got a lot of talent. But one thing that those guys lack for me, not really the younger players, but more Vini, Rafinha, right? The more senior players.
Yeah.
They don't turn up for the national team. They're not, like Vini, as much as I love him and I rate him, he still hasn't made that leap, transforming his form from Madrid to Brazil. Yeah. Neymar has. Neymar is an established Brazilian national. But let's not forget,
Neymar he was at one point one of the best players in the world.
Of course.
He's a lot better.
I agree. But let me break it down for you where my logic is coming from. Right now, Neymar's not the same Neymar. But if you bring Neymar is going to take all the pressure away from Vini.
Of course.
To allow him to play freely, away from Rafinha. So these guys are then platformed better. Because if Neymar's there, all the eyes are on Ney. His last ever World Cup. He's the guy. He's the man.
It's true. Yeah, it takes a bit of pressure off the other players,
and it gives them
maybe gives a bit more motivation as well.
Yeah, because they're playing for Neymar. Yeah, like Argentina in the last one, they were playing for Messi. With Ney here, a lot of these guys, their heroes are Neymar because he's a more senior player. Yeah. These guys idolize this guy growing up.
What about you, Luke? Would you bring him back?
100%.
Yeah?
100%. I would 100%.
Where he's been playing, how he's been playing.
Look, I know he has physical problems. I know he hasn't played too much football, but this is Neymar. And this Brazilian team, as much as it has good names, especially in the attack, it's not a perfect Brazil team. Like, there's still a lot of work, in my opinion, that needs to be done. This Brazil team has been subpar for quite some time. I think really post-2006 World Cup.
Yes.
And out of respect for Neymar as well, I'd 100% bring him. Maybe he'll play in the 10. He might not play off the left. Maybe I don't know if he'll start.
He could be given another role, yeah.
He could be, or he'll get hooked. I don't know. But he has to be there for group morale, for everything. And if not, the media will crucify Ancelotti. And there'll be even more pressure on Ancelotti to do well.
Yeah.
And I just think it'd be disrespectful if he didn't go. So I would bring him on. So
for respect, I think Ancelotti should bring him, yeah.
Yeah. We spoke about Group D.
Yeah.
Group E, Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, Ecuador. It's okay, the group, not brilliant. Germany should top it, despite the fact that they've been quite poor in the last 2 World Cups.
It should be easy for them, Germany.
It should be, but I look at Germany as well, bit of a fall off, question marks around the starting 11. they got talent like Wirtz, Musiala, but it's not the same German team.
It's not the same Germany.
I think the biggest issue with Germany is their striker option. Who's going to start? Havertz, Voltemada, Füllkrug. Like we grew up with like Klose. Proper.
Oh my god.
You know Mario Götze. Remember Mario Götze? Müller. Proper strikers. Yeah. And Germany have always been renowned for their striker. Gerd Müller back in the day, Rummenigge. They've had top level strikers. So that's the biggest problem. Group F, Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and Sweden, who obviously won last night. Mm-hmm. I want to touch upon Sweden quickly because Sweden are a nation that I think a lot of people said they don't deserve to be here, and I understand why. I think
it's controversial.
Finished, third or fourth in their qualifying group. I think they only won like 2 games.
Yeah.
The reason why they even made it to the knockouts and the playoffs is because of their Nations League form.
Yeah.
And they were in Group C of the Nations League, which is, I think it had like Kazakhstan. It didn't have great, I don't remember exactly the nations, right? But it didn't have top level European nations in there. And that kind of like, I do think it's quite flawed, the qualifiers, because a team like Sweden.
So because they played well in the Nations League,
they got a chance. As a third place finish, they went to the knockout.
They got a chance to go to knockout.
And Italy, we got 17 odd points, 18 points. We only lost 2 games to Norway.
Yeah.
And we've been punished by not going. I think there's flaws in the system. It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse, obviously.
It's not an excuse, but there are flaws.
Let's just take away the fact that it's Italy. We got 17 points. We lost 2 games. We went through we had to qualify. We had to go through the knockouts. And then Sweden, they play well in the Nations League, and because they play well in the Nations League, they get a chance to go to the knockouts for the World Cup.
Let me have a look.
It's a bit controversial though, because
actually they finished 4th.
They finished 4th, is it? Wow. So should Sweden even be there?
Bro, listen to this. This is mental. I thought they finished. Yeah. They finished 4th with 2 points.
With 2 points,
they drew 2 games. They didn't win a single match in their qualifiers. Switzerland topped it with 14, Kosovo second with 11th, and they got knocked out to Turkey. They finished 4th, 6 games played, 0 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses, -8 goal difference. We finished second in Group I with 18 points, bro. But because they played the Nations League, they played 2 games less than us, and that helped them. And in the Nations League group, it was a really low level, bro. So I think the European qualifiers need change. It's not well run. It really isn't, and they've made it to the World Cup because of it. And I don't know. I think Infantino definitely needs to change it. It's not fair.
Yeah, no, it's hard to believe. 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points.
Only got 2 points, and they go through.
Yeah. Group G: Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand.
Okay.
Not really standouts there. Belgium aren't the same team.
No, not the golden generation.
Egypt, Salah's aging. They're not at the same level. Marmoush is a good player, but not quite there. Iran, New Zealand, of course.
They won't be competing.
Who? Belgium. Egypt, you're saying,
to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think they'll go too far. Group H: Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay.
That's an interesting one.
Interesting.
Uruguay and Spain, I think, will go through.
Yeah, they should. They should be the top 2 in those. Group I now, the group of death. Definitely the best group out of all of them. France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway.
My God.
Now, of course, France, we know, arguably, I think they are the favourite with the team that they have.
Yeah.
Senegal.
They should go through France.
They won the AFCON.
In
controversial fashion, not so much. I think
they're in hot form. They're in very hot form.
Yeah. They're
Yeah, they did.
Morocco got that dodgy penalty. And
Big mistake.
Missed. They came back
to never walk off the pitch, Luca.
But they won. But then it got stripped because of it. But it's still Senegal's. Iraq, of course, I think this is their first ever World Cup, so congrats to them. And Norway, who looked incredible in the qualifiers. We know that.
Norway now
they destroyed us.
Very powerful, very strong.
Top goal scorer in Haaland and also top assist man. So what are your predictions in that? Because currently, difficult. France are the favourites to win it with a 73% chance. Norway have a 20% chance. Senegal 9% and Iraq 2%. I think that's quite fair. I think it should be in that order. France, Norway, Senegal.
Yeah, I would agree as well. France should go through easily.
Yeah.
They have a very good team this year. Norway and Senegal, that's a difficult one to predict. But Norway have been playing very well.
I think based on the qualifiers.
Europe is a lot more competitive. It's more harder.
People forget Europe is more competitive than anything. Africa, South America, Asia. Europe's the hardest.
Sport. It's the
highest level of teams.
The highest level of football is in Europe.
Group J, we got the reigning champions in Argentina.
Okay,
Messi's last ever World Cup. Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Not a bad group. Algeria, Austria, they can fight it out. Jordan, respect, but that's going to be tough. Group K, we got Portugal, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo's last ever World Cup. They got a very strong team.
Yeah, they have
a very good midfield as well. Vitinha, João Neves, Bruno.
Portugal have a good. They're
one of the favourites.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you that right at the end, though.
Okay.
Congo, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. It should be Portugal and Colombia here.
Yeah.
Congo made it. Congrats to them. Respect to them. And Group L, we got England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. Hey, not a bad group either.
Not a bad group.
Croatia, Modric's last World Cup, Ghana. But out of these teams, man, if I asked you who are the top 5 out of all of these, like your top 5 favourites to win the World Cup, who are you putting in there?
So definitely Spain. France.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
England.
Yeah.
And then
Portugal, Argentina, maybe?
Portugal or Argentina. I'm going to say Portugal because they've been playing very well and their players have been playing very well in their respective clubs.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I would change one thing.
What?
I'd remove Brazil and put Argentina.
Argentina instead of Brazil.
Yeah. Because I think when I watched the Argentina game the other day, without Messi, they're a totally different team. With
They're
Messi,
better or worse?
A lot better with Messi, of course. When they have Messi on the pitch, they're so fluid.
Really, yeah.
And what I like about Argentina,
they feel more confident,
100%, but they're a well structured
structure, yeah.
I think with international football, because you don't play with each other that often, it's quite hard to get structured. I think Italy in 2021, when we were on the Euros, it was very well structured. Argentina in 2022, very well structured. It's almost like they all play for Messi. Everyone knows their role in the team. And it just flows well. And that's why I'd probably edge Argentina to Brazil. Brazil look like they have too many names and it's not well oiled.
It's not well organised.
But I think the top 2
come together.
Yeah, but I think the top 2, I agree with you. I think Spain are my number 1 and then France are second.
But yeah, it helps a lot when you have that star player in your team, carry the team forward, like a captain, a true.
Yeah.
You know when someone has the best player in the team, it stands
you confidence.
out. Yeah. Give you confidence for the rest of the team.
Who are you most looking forward to watching in this World Cup?
I don't know. There
Not
are a lot of teams.
Player.
Oh, player.
Yeah, player.
Definitely, if Neymar goes, I definitely want to see Neymar because we haven't seen him play competitive football for a long time.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
Messi, obviously, last World Cup. Ronaldo,
his last ever World Cup.
It feels like
it's the last dance for everyone.
Last dance for everyone.
It reminds me a lot of the 2006 World Cup when R9, Zidane, Ronaldinho, they were all on their last tournament. Shevchenko, Nedved was there. There's a lot of great players.
The whole generation, they just wiped out. Into the next generation we go.
You reset. I'm definitely looking forward to watching Yamal and Mbappe. Because I look at Kylian and I think he has such a great World Cup resume already at his age. Yeah. I just can't wait to see if he can continue it because he's already one of the top scorers.
He's only going to get better.
Yeah, he could potentially break Klose's record this campaign. He's made it to 2 World Cup finals in a row. He's won 1. He scored a hat-trick in the other and lost on pens. It'd be interesting to see what he does. And Lamine, I think, is the best player in the world. As an 18-year-old to win the World Cup, he's already completed football, really. He's only missing the Champions League and a Ballon d'Or. That would be the dream for him. So I'm looking forward to seeing them too. But Matthew, thank you for joining me on a very somber day with us.
Somber day, yeah, Luca.
Knocking out.
No worries, it was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming on.
Unfortunately, we had to start like this. What can I say?
Hopefully next time will be better.
Next time we'll be back.
We'll be back every single week, guys. Hopefully 4 years down the line, we'll be back as well talking about Italy making it to the World Cup. But we'll be back every single week. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, share it around, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.